Welcome to today's mathematics online class of 7. Today's date is 17 August 2020. Let's begin. Our today's topic is chapter number 11, Data and Information, part 2. Today we will solve creative question number 4, creative question number 5, and I will give creative question number 6 as SW, and at the end of the lesson we'll know some important short questions with answers. Alright, let's begin. First question number 4. You can see on the screen the height in centimeter of 30 students of class 7 are as follows. So there are 30 data given. Question number A asks, find the range of the data. Question number B, make a frequency table by taking 10 as the class interval. And question number C, make a histogram by using the obtained table. So at first you have to read the question very carefully, and then you have to go for solving the question. First of all, question number A, you have to write at first the highest value as 180 and the lowest value as 145. You can find it from the question. Therefore you have to write the formula of the range. The formula of the range is equal to highest value minus lowest value plus 1, which will be as 36 as the answer. I hope you understand how to find range. Now we move on to next question. Question number B asks you have to make a class interval by using frequency distribution table by using the data. So at first the range is 36 and the class interval you have to take 10, which is already given in the question. So if you divide 36 by 10, you will get 3.6, or the number of classes will be 4. There are 3 columns in the table. Class interval is the first column, second column is for tally marks, and the third column is for frequency. So you have to start from 145 up to 154 because you have to take 10 as the class interval. You cannot take 145 to 155. You have to take 145 to 154. So including 145 and 154, it will be 10. So for the first class interval 145 to 154, there are 5 frequency. For the second class interval 155 to 164, there are 9 frequency. For the third class interval 165 to 174, it is 9 frequency. And for the last class interval 175 to 184, it is 7 as the frequency table. So if you add all the frequency, you will get 30 as total, so which completes the table. Now using this table we will draw a histogram on the graph paper. Question number C, at first you have to write some description. You have to write 2 lines before you start. X-axis and Y-axis have been drawn on the graph paper. The histogram has been drawn by considering the frequency along Y-axis and class interval along X-axis. So you can see the the histogram on the screen. From 0 point to we use along y-axis the frequency. We use each centimeter or each 5 units for the frequency 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up to 10. And along x-axis we use class interval. Before that we have given a broken line because from 0 to 144 there is no data given, so we leave it blank by broken line. And then we start from 145 to 154. The frequency is 5, so yellow column represents the first class interval. The next class interval 155 to 164, the blue column represents 9 as the frequency. The next column, frequency with 9, represents the class interval 165 to 174. And the last column 175 to 184 represents 7 as the frequency which is purple color. So you can draw this in your graph paper, and you can color by the pencil. Not don't use color pencil. You can shade by giving the black pencil only. I hope you understand this. Let's move on to next question. Question 5. The number obtained in mathematics of 20 students of class 7 are given below. So the obtained number of 20 students: 50, 60, 52, 62, 42, 32. So question number A asks, define classified and non-classified data. Question number B, make a frequency distribution table with 5 as the class interval. And question number C asks, make a histogram by using the obtained table. So at first, solution number A, classified data. When a data is presented in the form of frequency distribution table, it is called a classified data. That means if you make a distribution table, then it is classified data. So if the data is not presented with distribution table, it is called non-classified data. So I hope you understand. Our next question is, make a frequency table. So as you can see on the screen, a table is given: class interval, tally mark, and frequency. So the lowest number is 32. So here for some histogram has been drawn on the graph paper. At first you have to write the description of the graph. X-axis and y-axis have been drawn on the graph paper. The histogram has been drawn by considering the frequency along y-axis. So along y-axis we have to take the frequency. Our highest frequency is 6. So from 0 to 6 we have to write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We use 2 units for the 2 centimeter for each frequency. So along x-axis we give the class interval. So the first column is left blank with broken line, and then we start from 31 to 35. So the yellow line 31 to 35, only 2 is the frequency. So we draw a column with the height 2, and so on. And the last column is 81 to 85, which is sky blue color and which has frequency 3. So we make this histogram by using the table we got from number B. So this is it. I hope if you practice at home in your graph paper, you will understand very well. Now we move on to our next question, number 6, which will be your SW. On the screen you can see the question number 6. The wages per hour in Dhaka of 30 persons are given as follows. That means the income in an hour of some person are given in Dhaka. Question number A asks, define organized and unorganized data. Is the given data organized? So at first you have to say what is organized and unorganized data, and then you have to determine the given question is organized or unorganized. Now question number B and C is as the previous questions. Make a frequency distribution table of the data. You can take 5 as the class interval, and then make a histogram by using the obtained table. You have to draw a histogram on the graph paper. Now it's time to learn some short question how you can determine the number of classes in a data before making distribution table. So before making distribution table, you have to determine how many classes will be there. So at first the range is to be determined. So if you find the range at first, then it will be easier. Then if we divide the range by the class interval we have taken, we can get the number of classes. For example, if range of the data is 36 and the given data given class interval is 10, then 36 divided by 10 will be 3.6 or 4. So the number of classes will be 4. If class interval is not given in the question, then we can take the class interval as our own convenient, which will be easier. We can take 5 or 10 as class interval if there is no question given, there is no clue given in the question. Question number 2, define organized and unorganized data. Organized data: when a data is presented after arranging in ascending or descending order, then it is called organized data. And of course, unorganized data will be the reverse. That means when a data is presented without making any arrangement in order, that means no ascending order or descending order is been done, then it is called unorganized data. So I hope you understand which is our today's lesson. That's all for today. Goodbye until next class.